President Trump's recent comments on a potential pardon for Sean "Diddy" Combs have brought the issue of presidential clemency for celebrities back into the spotlight. Trump has openly acknowledged his previous relationship with Combs, while also citing Combs' past criticisms of him as a factor that makes a pardon more difficult. This situation is part of a larger pattern of Trump's use of presidential pardons for high-profile individuals, a practice that has continued into his second term. His recent pardons of reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley and rapper NBA YoungBoy highlight his willingness to grant clemency in cases that capture significant public attention. These actions often lead to a debate about the motivations behind presidential pardons and the criteria for granting them. President Trump's use of presidential pardons has been a subject of ongoing debate, with critics and supporters offering different reasons for his choices. Traditionally, pardons are granted after an individual has shown remorse, accepted responsibility, and demonstrated good conduct after serving their sentence. However, Trump's pardons have often bypassed this conventional process. Some commentators suggest that his pardons are driven by personal connections, loyalty, and a desire to reward allies. This approach has been seen as a way to use the presidency to settle personal scores, or to gain political support, particularly from specific demographic groups. Others view his actions as a way to correct what he sees as injustices within the legal system, arguing that the individuals he pardons have been unfairly targeted or received excessive sentences. These differing perspectives highlight the highly politicized nature of the pardon power under his administration. The broad use of presidential pardon power, particularly for high-profile figures, carries several significant consequences. A key concern is the potential erosion of public trust in the justice system. When pardons are seen as politically or personally motivated rather than based on a fair and transparent process, it can create a perception that the rule of law is applied unequally, favoring the wealthy and well-connected. Another consequence is the potential to undermine the deterrent effect of criminal sentences. If public figures believe they can receive a pardon by gaining a president's favor, it could reduce their fear of legal repercussions. This can also lead to a debate over the purpose of pardons. Are they a tool for mercy and justice, or a mechanism for political reward? Furthermore, in cases involving restitution, a pardon may nullify fines and restitution owed to victims, which has a tangible financial impact, and can be seen as a disservice to those harmed by the crime. The debate over the use of presidential pardons has led to several proposed solutions aimed at increasing transparency and accountability. One approach is a constitutional amendment to limit the president's power, such as by prohibiting pardons for family members or for acts that directly benefit the president. Such an amendment would require broad political support, but could create lasting change. Short of a constitutional amendment, Congress could pass legislation to establish more oversight. This could include requiring the president to publish the full details of each pardon and the reasons for it, or requiring the Department of Justice to provide Congress with all relevant materials. Another proposal is to create a non-partisan clemency board to review and recommend pardon applications, ensuring decisions are based on a fair process rather than personal or political motives. These solutions aim to restore the pardon power to its original purpose as a tool for justice and mercy rather than a political instrument.